Alright, today is Tuesday, the 24th. Real quick disclaimer, the reason why I'm wearing the same shirt in all these videos is because it's my house shirt, because they think it's cold here, and it's actually like 50 to 60 degrees, which is kind of cold, but not winter coat cold, or the heat cold, and so the heat's on, but I have my window open. Oh, I thought I could switch my camera, but I can't. So I have the window open and the fan on high, and I'm just like in my tank top and shorts, and my host mom is like, hace frío, and I'm like, no, hace calor, which is like, hace frío is like, oh, it's cold, and I'm like, no, it's hot. So, yeah. Let's see, today was my second day of classes. My roommate and I are in different classes, so hers starts at 10 and mine starts at 9:30, so yesterday she went with me, but today I navigated the city by myself. So I walked to the subway, and then I said good morning to our doorman. So, had a conversation with a local, no big deal. And then I rode the subte all by myself, and then I got off and I walked to the University of Belgrano all by myself. Last night I spent like at least a half an hour on Google Maps with Street View trying to like plan my route and see like what was around me to make sure I walked the right way, because when you get off the subte there's like 4 different ways you can get out, and then you come up and you're like above the street. Well, not above the street, but you're underground, and then you come up, and depending on which exit you take, you're in different places. And so it can be really confusing, and you can get turned around really easily because you're like, okay, where am I? And what side of the street do I need to be on? And so I made sure that I knew like where I needed to go no matter what side of the subway I got out of. So, yeah, felt pretty good about that. And then I got coffee, which, like I've mentioned, they only drink espresso here, which I'm getting used to, and it was actually really good. And my host mom served me coffee this morning, and so that was a plus. But I've got to figure out something to do because it's like $4 to $5, and I've been getting it like at least twice a day, and so it's gonna add up really quickly. So I need to figure something out to stay caffeinated. Then I started my second day of class. So that was fun. Trying to decide like what to tell you about class. I don't know. We're like kind of reviewing and kind of just like talking in Spanish. Yeah. I mean, it's all in Spanish for 5 hours. And they're not really good about time here. Like, we were supposed to have our first block. Class was supposed to start at 9:30, and then we're supposed to get a break at 11. It's usually around 11:30 when we get a break. And then we're supposed to get lunch at 1, and it is usually around 1. It's usually like at least 5 after 1. And then we get like 30 minutes for lunch, but we end up usually getting like 40. So it's been interesting in the caf trying to order like food. And every day like the same guy's helped me, and he's like, oh, es americana, stupido. But he's really cute. All the guys who work at the cafeteria are super cute, so that's nice. Let's see what else. Oh, it's funny because everyone is like, Iowa, Davenport, what's that? And I'm like, it's like a decent sized city, like the Quad Cities. And they're like, no, I've never heard of it. I'm like, okay, well, like, it exists. And this one guy was like, there's black people in Iowa. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, like, okay. And then, let's see what else. Trying to think of anything super exciting that happened. After class, I just walked around. I went to the biblioteca, which is the library. It was pretty disappointing. And then I just waited for my other classmates to get out of class. They get out at 3, and then we took a tour of the city. But while I was waiting, they have these huge stairs, and like they have big, huge gaps in them. And I dropped my phone down basically like 2 floors. So I don't know if that made sense, but I was like on the second floor, and it dropped all the way to the basement. And I was like, this would happen to me. And then I just like sat there, you know, because I was in shock. And this guy was like, oh, iPhones aren't very common here, and they're very expensive here, so like I would go get that. And I was like, okay, like give me time to process that I just dropped my iPhone down 2 flights of stairs. And I went and picked it up, and like the screen was not broken, but the whole like white part had come out. But I just popped it back in, so it's kind of still broken, but it's fine. So that happened to me today. I knew something was gonna happen. I was gonna break something, or something was gonna get stolen from me. So crime isn't super big here, but like petty theft is, as far as like pickpocketing. And so they say like be careful with your iPhone, and like careful with your camera and wallet, whatever. So I was like, well, I'm gonna be here for 6 months, so something's gonna get stolen from me because I'm a walking disaster. So whatever. I was just waiting for it to happen, hopefully. That's the only tragedy that happens. So then we toured the city. We learned how to ride the bus. That was fun. Except this guy's been here for 5.5 years, and he's like, yeah, I'm still not fluent yet. And he told us, like, how to use this book that helps us to know what bus to get on. But I'm like, okay, but how do we know when to get off? And he's like, that's a good question. And I was like, how do we know if we're going the right way? And he's like, that's a good question. He's like, just like instinct. I'm like, you're talking to the most geographically challenged person in like the United States of America, and now Argentina, and you're like, it takes instinct to know when to get off a bus and when to get on, and like which way it's going. That does not help me. There's no science to that. Like, are you kidding me? So whatever, I'll figure it out. And I just did the smacking thing. Whatever. Let's see. So that was fun though. We hung out with people, and yeah. What else? We went to this museum. Don't worry, I took a video of it. It was pretty cool. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm just enjoying Argentina. It's pretty fun. We're doing a lot of walking, but it doesn't feel like a lot of walking, so that's cool. Oh, and then my roommate and I went and got ice cream, and I have to say, I thought I was going to miss Whitey's ice cream, but the ice cream here is to die for. We already decided we're going to go try like all the ice cream places, and so we went to this new one today. The first day we went to Fredo, and today we went to Mocha, and oh my gosh, life changing. Except it's like super soft here, and shakes aren't like super common. You get like cones or like cups. And so I like a lot of ice cream, but like we're gonna eat dinner in like 2 hours, so I only got like a cup. But oh my gosh, it's so good. So good. And I was trying to pay, but the guy was like, oh, you can pay after you eat. And I was like, okay. Except I didn't understand what he was saying. And I was like, he explained it to me like 3 times, and I was like, no comprendo. And he's like, Inglés? And I was like, sure, sí. And then he told me in English, and I was like, okay. So then I finished eating my ice cream, and we started walking out, and he's like, pagar. And I was like, oh, yeah, whoops. So then I paid, and it was funny. And now I'm here. I have homework to do, so I'm gonna do that. Hopefully go to bed at a decent time. This life is taking a toll on my sleep. I'm not sleeping very well. Not that I'm not sleeping very well, but like it's not enough sleep. Like I'm just always tired and drinking a lot of espresso. So hopefully I can get some good sleep tonight and not be tired tomorrow. We'll see. Alright, ta-ta for now. Besos y abrazos.